On October 19th, 2017, the day started like any other. The Hawaiian telescope Pan-STARRS was actively scanning the sky for asteroids. This telescope's job is to scan the sky and see if there is any threats from asteroids and to report anything that's coming our way. But between the things that Pan-STARRS was seeing, it saw the weirdest thing ever, something it has never seen before. When they first laid eyes on it, they thought it was an alien spaceship and they're coming to visit us. It had a speed of 87.5 kilometers a second. The reason they thought that it was an alien spaceship, they have never seen an asteroid that looked like this. This weird asteroid was discovered in Hawaii, and that is why they named it Oumuamua, which means scout. When you look at Oumuamua, it looks like a cigarette. It has a length of about 1,000 meters and a width of around 160 meters. The more they looked at this asteroid, the more surprised they got, because it wasn't like any other asteroid. It looked way different, and the weirdest part is that when it passed Earth, it was accelerated, something that no other asteroid does. Some astronomers believe that this asteroid was full of gas, and the heat of the sun caused the gas to leave the asteroid and make it speed up, pretty much like how a rocket works. But a lot of other people say no, this is not possible, because when you look at it, you don't see any heat signatures coming out the back. So there was theory after theory on why this thing is speeding up, and nobody was accepting any theories. Until an astronomer from Harvard University named Avi Loeb said this is nothing but an alien spaceship. Avi Loeb would say a spaceship with this size would exactly accelerate like this. This Harvard professor believes that Oumuamua accelerates with the sun's radiation. Pretty much like a sailboat that uses the wind, this uses radiation. Avi Loeb says these creatures are extremely advanced. Instead of carrying fuel in there with all that weight, they just use the radiation from stars, and they don't need to carry any fuel. And that is why the speed is extremely fast and they have unlimited energy. And this shows how advanced they are and how far behind we are. But let's move forward. Some scientists say even though this thing is extremely fast, meaning 87.5 kilometers a second, even with that speed, if it wants to go 1 light year, it will take 11,000 years. Meaning for space travel, it's extremely slow. There are other ideas that suggest this is an alien spacecraft that's built by them to research the universe, and there are no actual aliens on board. And it probably entered the solar system to use our sun's radiation to speed up. But a lot of people ask, why is it made so big if it's only collecting data, like a giant ship? The most surprising fact about this is that there are millions of asteroids that have been discovered and looked at, but not one of them have looked like Oumuamua. And the cool part is that Oumuamua's shape is perfect for space travel. Scientists believe that this shape helps the spacecraft travel for a long time, and if you contact space dust or any other thing, you could just pass through it. Because if you don't have an aerodynamic shape and you crash into space dust or asteroids, the crash could be catastrophic. And even a little piece of rock could cause an explosion like a nuclear bomb. Like for example, Oumuamua is traveling at 87.5 kilometers a second, but you should also know that it's 87 kilometers a second. Meaning if you're in one city, you could be in the next major city in 1 second. Meaning a speed of 315,000 kilometers an hour. This thing that we have no idea what it is, even though it entered our solar system, it passed at a distance of 24 million kilometers, and we couldn't exactly observe it perfectly, and it passed so fast that we didn't have time to look at it. Even though it was really far, but for space distances, it was right there. And you should know that the closest planet to us is Mars. It had twice the distance of Oumuamua when it passed by. Most scientists say all this is bullcrap. That thing didn't even come in our solar system, but we went into it because the solar system is traveling at a high speed through the galaxy around the black hole, and it was us that let this thing in, and it left at a higher speed. Oumuamua came and passed by us, and it brought 1,000 stories with it. Each person has their own ideas on what this thing is, but most people believe that this is an alien spacecraft. A spacecraft that has no fuel and it produces no signal, and it's just collecting data of the universe. Some people also ask, if it was an alien spacecraft, it should be faster, because 315,000 kilometers an hour for space travel is extremely slow. But they have reasons for this as well. They say if it had a crazy amount of speed, it would blow its cover, because it's basically like a spy alien. A spy that's made like an asteroid and just looks at the entire universe without getting caught. It might take millions of years for this thing to get to its destination, but for advanced civilization, 1,000,000 years is probably not much. You can believe whatever theory you want to believe, but the coolest part about Oumuamua is that the shape of this thing is completely unique, and we have never seen anything like this ever before. And we could also say that this is the weirdest thing that has ever came in the solar system, and the weirdest thing that humans have ever observed. A lot of conspiracy theorists believe if you want to know exactly what this thing is, you have to go to Area 51. They exactly know what this is, what fuel it uses, where it came from, and where it's going. The theory doesn't end there, and they also say that the aliens that built this thing are in Area 51. But all these are theories and conspiracy theories. What do you guys think? Please comment.